Welcome to Sunshine Heavy Industries. My name is TSB, and today we are going to be building the daily ship for Thursday, 13th of August, 2026. Ooh, tractor beam, front and bottom armor, pretty standard. Ooh, a fuel. Do I want a fuel pod now? Huh. And not the way most would think. And when I say fuel, I mean thrust pod. A fuel pod might be interesting. The thrust pod, I mean, you know, 8 radar, 35 comms, ease. Yeah, we need the long boy. We need a long boy. 15 passengers, not that big of a deal. 12 command. Okay, so how much comms is that? I'll technically do it with 3 of these. It is armored, so you know, I could do just this. And do kinda it would be like the comm block. Yeah, it's fairly okay, I think, on its own. Otherwise, I would need to have how many of these? 7? Yeah, it would be 2100. Yeah, we are roughly in the same ballpark. I'm fine with that. It's not that I watch at the cost that much while building for style, but you know, one has to at least peek at these things once in a while. Okay, since I want a long boy with some thrust aside action, an 18 and an 8 would fit this perfectly. 18 and 8. Something this nature. And okay, how are we going to do this? I can do a command surface. Might be even too much here. No, it's actually perfect. Yeah, that's a perfect envelope for what I'm trying to do here. Cool. And this also necessitates. Well, radar needs to be in place. Radar will go on the other side. Let's do the radar first. So 8 pieces of radar. So we can do either for these. And they have a very small footprint, so why not? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, unfortunately, this is not going to fit the minimum possible configuration as far as energy is concerned. Because there's always going to be that one boot, so we have to be a bit more creative with the setup here. I mean, we could always go that. That's going to interfere with the. Still not enough. Okay. Also, this kind of wouldn't be a great look. We can just do the classic. Well, look, since these are armored, let's do more. No, the other way. This way. Yeah. Move them 2 down. Actually, just 1 down, because that profile, like the dish, comes kind of out of the profile of the body of the ship. So I'm actually fine with having it like this. And we have to cool these puppies. And yeah, it's going to come out here. Actually, do you want to poke out there and just throw in a round hole on it? Yeah. We'll work through how this whole shape is going to look at the bottom side. Right now... Oh, right, the whole front section should be tractor beamed. Right. I need to plumb that down so I don't forget about it. It's kind of important. It's a requirement of this whole shebang. Obviously, we have the same kind of situation here. And, you know, this usually happens with me. I try to force ones there, but kinda the language of the ship that I'm building kinda forces the issue usually. Okay, so what I want to do like a cross, like a fuel cross section here, if at all possible. For that, obviously, we'll have to pump this sucker. And for are those? Yes, excellent. That kind of works. And that's just the immediate fuel available on hand. And since this is not going to be connected to the rest, do I want to follow it up anymore? I mean, maybe I could do that. The only icky part is the symmetry is kind of off. Since this beam shooting here, so maybe I'll kind of fake with the body and go with a 2x1. Kind of artificially forcing a sense of symmetry on the whole situation. That could work. Let's throw down... Do I want passengers up front? Of course I want passengers up front. Look, it's a perfect vehicle here for passengers up front. There we go. The only thing that is left to do in the bow pod is to armor the sucker. Ooh, maybe even one of them concave ones. Even one of them concave ones. Okay. That does not happen often. I have to savor it. Okay, how much is left to do? Okay, we have 28 fuel left to drop. Okay, so how far? I can go one higher. Let's see, what's the largest fuel pod I can drop? It's the 18 one, right? Yeah. No armoring necessary on the top, at the top. And I would require 8 more, which is this. Which would be perfect, with just another pump there. I can bring this in a little bit closer. And 3 passengers. Let's just fill this in. A 6 cargo. Maybe a heat vent is going to come back here. That's pointless. So I would not gain anything here. What I would need to turn this sucker around here, that one there. Have a similar problem. To kind of maintain the overall shape. Yeah. I mean, this is not horrible. The whole idea is to pull it in one more, because the width of this is 4, or the height of this is 4, and there are 5 spots here. See, I waited that I could pull this in. I think at the end of the day it's going to be one of those situations where you just spend way too much time trying to jostle the various bits and pieces around, arriving at the same solution. Because as I'm really hard limited by the length of this as well. Could I plop this on the other side? That, let's see. This is, so if I plop one of these on the other side. I could bring this whole thing in by 1. Instead of that, I would do heat vent. Instead of that piece of armor, do this one. Okay. Then, okay, this I would have to stay in. And somehow, I would need to fit all of these fuel pods. So these suckers can go wherever. Okay, sync 10 with this configuration. It's 3 and 3, not enough. Problem is that the only larger thing I have is that tank pots wouldn't solve the problem. At the end of the day, I would have to make the 6x3 work somehow. Yeah, keyboard there somehow. I mean, that works. Okay. I dig it. Okay, what did we add? I thought... Oh, I removed 2 because of this. This has to be a little bit more out. And that's not going to fit there anymore. So if I do 2 and 2, it doesn't really work because I'm moving that bit inside. This is a tricky one, for sure. It's a tricky piece of Tetris I'm working right here, right now. The same problem, like this has to go somewhere. I can be a bit cheeky here. Is there any other way to do this more efficiently? Yeah, I think so. Like at the end of the day, I could do like 1x3 here, but I'm already meeting all the requirements like this, so I don't mind doing that. But actually, you know, this is going to be more pleasant to look at, if nothing else. This has to be here. Does it? Yes, because of that. Yeah. The only thing I could think of is we could move that section to the front, since most passengers are at the front pod, which would leave the back pod essentially for the works, the engineering section, engineering support section, or something like that. Okay, and just for a fact, you can increase the distance. Or nothing else. What is this though? What is this? So concentrating like the most of the human bits of the ship to the bow section and removing the tractor beam speaks of something that there has to be like an air gap. So like the back portion has to be kind of like military or like higher level of confidentiality as the front section. So maybe like a dual use. I know that the dual use is technically like, you know, you can use this for civilian or military application. But I'm thinking more of a, hey, this is primarily or this is a military built craft that can be used for dignitaries and such, and to make sure that everything is on the up and up, all of the or most of the human element is removed from the aft section and moved into the bow section, and they're gapped with the tractor beam. And you know, like all the communication and radar kind of makes sense. Those are more kind of military in nature. And as far as the fuel goes, it's just, you know, to make sure that the humans here, or the beings here, are not that much exposed to the possibility of some combustion happening in a non-planned manner. Yeah, I think I'll go with it. Okay, let's give it. Oh, this was a lovely ship to build, especially that last section where I was trying to Tetris my way out of that one column. That was nice to do, and it was nice to do one of these after a few days where I couldn't. Anyway, I hope you'll have a nice and a lovely day, wherever or whenever you are on this lovely globe of ours. This has been TSB, and I'm signing out. Bye.